Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, as I mentioned a couple of days ago, we're going to be taking a look at another B'yond EDC knife, and that is this one right here. This is the Sunder. Now, like I said a couple of videos ago, you saw this little guy. This is the linear. Nice little fifth pocket knife, in my opinion. These two would actually pair up really nice as a main and secondary carry. But we're going to talk about this guy. This is the Sunder. Now, we've got the brown G10 here. Also comes in blue and black for sure. Again, we've got a slight bit of contouring on these scales, which is really nice. Now, where I said before, if you remember me talking about the linear, I didn't say it was chamfered off, and it was really hard to see with that Jade G10. Now, on this one, you can definitely see that it's definitely rounded off. So it's done very nicely, and I definitely dig that. You've got a G10 backspacer to match. Lanyard hole, you have reversible pocket clip, very nice. Now, on this one, again, I'm kind of going to go back to my linear review here in a little bit. You do have a loop over deep carry clip. Now, that was the one thing I wished we saw on this. Put a loop over, it moves that clip up just a little bit. I mean, it doesn't have to be this long of a clip, but a little bit shorter, and I really like the fact that they did that here. Now, like I said, it might interfere with that screw, okay, I get it, but really like the fact that this one has the loop over deep carry clip. Now, there's still going to be a little bit protruding out of your pocket, but it's not bad. Otherwise, stainless liners, it's done very good. Doggone. Just doesn't want to focus for some reason. Anyway, so not bad. It's chamfered off really well. Now take a look at that spine. We're just going to look at that right now. It sure looks like that. Yeah. Nice crowned spine on that. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, let's check our centering. Centering is pretty darn good. Now, it is a flipper. We do not have any jimping on the flipper tab. Now, the detent on this one, where I said on the linear it was a little light, this one's pretty good. It's more of a light switch than it is a push button. If you're trying to push button it, no, you got to get on top of it and light switch it. But it does come open fairly nicely. We'll check our lockup. A little light. A little light on the lockup. We're looking at 15, maybe 20% if you stretch it out a little bit. But it's good. It's solid. No issues there. Good solid lockup. Now, you've got this nice kind of sort of upswept cleaver, reverse tanto. What do they call it? They call it, and I'm not even sure it says here. No, they call it a cleaver. Okay. So, I mean, it's kind of that upswept cleaver. I do kind of like that blade. Where I really do like this blade is it's got a nice sweeping action. You guys know I cut a lot of rope in my work, and it does have a nice sweeping action for sweeping through and cutting rope very nicely. So I do like that aspect about this knife. You also have a nice, generous forward finger choil that you can choke up. The swept spine and the crowning on the spine, nice, comfortable spot for my thumb to land. Now, if I'm in a regular grip, we do have some jimping up there that you can see, and my thumb grabs that jimping very nicely. Those of you that may have a little bit larger hands might push out a little further, so you might be off that jimping. But for me, my hand actually lands pretty well. Now, as you can see here in the handle, we do have the finger grooves. Not an issue for me. Sometimes finger grooves are because, but my fingers seem to fit in there pretty darn well. Again, D2 blade steel, got that nice stone-washed finish on it. You do have a nice fuller there. Yes, I can reverse flick it with the fuller. There you go. So it does have multiple opening methods. Can I thumb flick it with the fuller? I can. I have to give... It's not really natural because that's kind of naturally where I want to flip it right there. I have to really get my thumb down below. And I'll tell you what, guys, that was a pretty weak flip, and it went open without much problem. So that pivot seems to be rolling really nice. I mean, it's got a good drop. There's no shake in that. It just drops. You turn it and it's coming down. So do have to be aware of that. But I really, really like the way that blade, and you do kind of have a swedge cut there. Just kind of gives it a little bit more character. But yeah, definitely kind of digging this one. All right, what do we got overall? We are looking at, I'm getting right about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches. Almost 8 inches on the nose. Gonna stretch out the handle length to just about, oh man, that's about, what is that, 5? 4 3/4. 4 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 3/4-ish. We'll call it. Gonna give you a blade length of about 3.5. So okay, that works. Works-ish. 4 3/4. 4 3/4 close is what they call it. Okay, so we're there. Overall length 8 1/4. All right, I guess. All right, I'll give it to you. Yeah, I guess. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. And then of course your grip length, you're looking at 1, 2, 3. Point to point, you're looking at about 3.5. If you go off the back, you're looking at, you can probably be over 4. And that's how it looks in my 3 3/4 inch hand. So I get a good grip, and then choking up, again, my middle finger lays in that finger groove really nicely, and actually it's very, very comfortable. Really, really comfortable. I mean, you can get a good grip on it in a various amounts of grips that are actually really, really darn comfortable. I mean, I can really get out on that blade if I choke up, which is nice. Lots of control. So very good. All right, size comparison time. Let's go with the PM2 as always. Pretty comparable. Yeah, not bad. The blade of the Sunder kind of stretches out there just a little bit further. Handles are really close. So good overall length comparison there. Obviously our bug out's going to be a little bit longer, or shorter, excuse me. The Sunder is longer. And I'm going to throw that linear back out there just so you can see. I mean, this would actually, with that pocket clip, it doesn't like to sit. But, you know, that's actually not a bad pair. That would be a really good pair for me at work. Like I said, I really like the sweeping blade. Does really, really well with rope. But then, of course, then you've got the linear. Somebody wants to borrow the knife. Obviously, you don't need to do a larger task. You need a smaller knife. That's a pretty decent pair right there. Pretty decent pair. So these actually did come around together from the Apex pass around. So that's kind of why I've done them so close and just kind of showing them together. Let's get a weight on it. Oh, I jumped the gun. Zero it out. There we go. 4.7. Okay. Does have a little heft to it. Not bad. 140 grams is what we were seeing. And then, of course, we're going to check out that carry. Carries really well, actually. You know I mentioned the non-loop over on the other one. You know, it did stick out of my fifth pocket a little bit. And even my regular pocket, a little bit more than what I like. So, but I like this. There's a little bit sticking out, but it's not too bad. So, overall, you know, what's this guy run? $55. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, it's D10, yeah, D2, G10. So, I mean, that 50, yeah, you probably could go a little bit lower, but hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain about it too much. Comfort-wise, not bad. I can feel the clip a little bit. Absolutely. Enough to call it a hot spot? No, not really in any grip. I wouldn't call, you know, if in this grip, if you were using it a lot, okay, the clip might get to you. And depending on your hand size of two, you know, of course, it could be different. But for me, it's not bad. Not bad at all. You know, overall, the action is, I mean, action's pretty darn nice. D10 seems to be okay with that swept blade. Yeah, not bad. Didn't come out. I shook it 3 times and it didn't come out, so it wasn't too bad. D10 seems to be all right. If you shook it really, really, really hard, it would probably come out. I mean, let's be honest, it probably would. But overall, you know, not bad. I kind of like what I'm seeing from B'yond. I regret not making it to the B'yond EDC table at Blade Show. I've seen some coverage from it, and they really look like they've got a lot of good stuff. I know there's more coming around. I think there's another duo, if you will, from B'yond EDC coming, and I believe it might be another Sunder and something else. I can't remember exactly which two. Oh, the Arch. The Arch, I believe, is one of them. So we'll see. We'll take a look. When I get it, I'll show it to you guys. We'll talk about it like always. And yeah, really, really appreciate B'yond and Apex sending these around. It's a great opportunity to check out some more knives. And you know, we love doing that. So greatly appreciate you guys. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.